All right, so for this section on infographics, actually we had a really good introduction to this a couple weeks ago with one of the social chapters. And they were talking about infographics in terms of more of a tool for equity and like making data more understandable to those of us who aren't educated in statistics and data design type things, as well as folks that have like autism or other challenges that make understanding regular data visualizations a little bit more challenging, including kids, just young people that haven't gotten there yet. And like I said before, to me, it's kind of like, you know, consuming the news through Stephen Colbert versus the news. So we had a good discussion about that. So I'm not going to go too far down this road other than to just give you a little bit more of a more generic introduction to it. Benaj is one of many companies that offers these types of services, and their actual what is an infographic is actually a fairly good basic tutorial to their product. They have this because a lot of people don't know what infographics are. As we said at the beginning of the quarter, infographics are not data visualization specifically because they don't even have to have a database graph in them. It's just information being passed out in a more consumable way. It can have data in it though. So that's where it kind of converges with our ideas for the class. However, whether you're using infographics themselves or not, the ideas about consumability are still very relevant no matter what. So what is an infographic? It is basically an easy to understand presentation of information. So here's an example where they're giving you a definition. They've got catchy visualizations on here. There's usually like pictures and a lot of colors and stuff. We've got a little explanation. What is yawning? They list out the theories. They use a lot of things like icons to help you consume the information very quickly and readily. And you can see these kind of ideas being used in PowerPoints and things like that a little bit more lately. Oftentimes they are formatted to be long like this. So they're meant to be like online scrollable things. They do try to minimize text and make it so that they're quickly consumed versus you sitting there like reading a paper or something. It can be very, very drawing oriented like this. It's really meant to make the information more memorable than it would be just getting it any other way. So what do they use? As they say here, marketing is a huge one like this, just to pass out information in a more consumable way. You might see this as a PowerPoint chart. I've definitely seen consultants use formats like this for their PowerPoints. This is something that like you could use in something like Project, add a bunch of supplemental stuff to a visualization to jazz it up, basically. You can use it to brand awareness or just education is what I see. My personal infographic collection is a lot more about education, and I would consider this one a more education type focused one myself. And then style sheets, things like that. There's all sorts of reasons why you see infographics. Very much they tend to be very educational though. Social media is full of them for advertisements, for helping understand inequities and systems, passing out information that you don't get educated on normally. So you've probably seen stuff like this on your Instagrams or whatever. really. So where I usually see all this stuff is my Pinterest. So I will jump over here. Oh, not that one. So like here I've got a small collection of ones. You can see like here's a simple one that's showing just the benefits of a gamification, and it's just using, it has a little bit of text in it. It's got, shows you the different parts, icons, things like that. That's pretty standard. This one is badge adoption curve. So it's got a model. It's not data, but it's a model, just like you'd see for like a change model or something like that. Just showing you what's going on there. I've got infographics on different types of, this is my nerdy side, different types of charts. And you can see that the lowest curve that we talked about earlier, bits on confidence intervals. So it's showing you what they look like. It's got that drawn data style that we saw in that social chapter about infographics, things like that. And even these infographics on the different types of data visualization charts and stuff, like different things that you might see out there, right? So it's very catchy, easy to see. You can see that it's got things like grouped together. Yeah, so infographics, I love them. I think they're a really easy way to get information out to the public, and that's really important to get people seeing stuff that is outside of academia, because we tend to be very trapped within our little spheres. The same people are reading the same stuff all the time, and we're not getting the education out there. So that's my little soapbox of how we can start making our stuff more consumable, whether it's research or whatever. How do you get started in infographics? There are a lot of websites like this that are designed to help you do this. If you are an artist, of course, you can like hand draw or computer draw stuff yourself. You can even design stuff in Tableau or PowerPoint or stuff like that, turn it into a JPEG or a GIF or whatever, and get it out there, put it on Pinterest and Twitter and stuff, and it'll do its full thing, right? So yeah, so that's, I haven't actually created a lot myself, because they are surprisingly time consuming. You do need to get a feel for how to do layouts and spacing, stuff like that. That is one of the big advantages of websites like this, that have a lot of templates to get you started. Okay, so that's the furthest I'm going to go into this, because I know we are all super tired, and this is the last little segment of the class. So with that being said, let me stop my screen share here. So I am recording this on Sunday. We will check on Monday night to see if we will have class this week with a few presentations, or if we are going to skip this week and just see each other finals week. There's no homework associated with this lecture, as I said. So yeah, so we won't, if we have class, I'll ask you if there's any questions about the fundamentals part of it or the infographic part of it, and we can have just a quick discussion about that if you want, and that will be it. All right, so I am looking forward to seeing your presentations.